Hello and welcome back to Digital Assets Daily. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in your corner of the world. I want to do a quick little update refresher for those of you who have followed us for a while now. But if you are new to this channel, I think it'll be very exciting, especially if you are invested in Stellar's XLM. All right, let's dive right in. DeFi token CRV spikes after reports PayPal acquired unrelated custody firm CURV. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes, a little bit of this article. Excitable speculators mistakenly rushed to invest in the native token of decentralized finance protocol CURV Finance CRV after reports emerged that payments giant PayPal had acquired the unrelated Israel-based custody firm CURV. Let's correct that. Crypto custody firm, CURV. Now, news of PayPal's CURV acquisition was reported on March 2nd with a publication citing anonymous sources familiar with the matter. Israel-based media has reported the company have been sold for between 200 million and 300 million USD. Now, why is that important? Because CURV, a cloud-based wallet solution for institutions that eliminates the private key, is a partner of Stellar. CURV partners with Franklin Templeton to secure a new money market firm. So CURV announced that it had Franklin Templeton, a leading global asset manager, has selected CURV's institutional wallet service to protect digital assets from the firm's new money market fund, whose shares will be recorded on the Stellar network. And here we have Franklin Templeton, which is a 700 billion UAM, or asset under management, under Franklin Templeton. And that is pretty massive, as Franklin Templeton to tokenize a fund on Stellar. And what I want to show you here is directly from the SEC, as filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission on September 3rd, 2019, Franklin Templeton. And let's just hit it a little bit. Stellar. You can go on and on all the way through the SEC's filing of Stellar. 42 mentions underneath the SEC's filing of Franklin Templeton directly on Stellar. Now let's scroll back up to the top really quick of this actual filing. It's not even so much an article as it is an SEC filing. Securities and Exchange Commission, Washington, D.C. 20549, Form N-1A. Registration statement under the Investment Company Act of 1940. So you have as filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission on September 3rd, 2019. If there was an issue with Stellar, believe me, you would have heard it right here. So can you see how much more massive this really is? The other thing, too, I want to bring up is new WireX and Stellar research suggests that crypto mass adoption is close. And I think if you've been here for a few years, it's pretty obvious. Now, here's something I want to point out, too. WireX and Stellar have worked closely since early 2019 when Stellar Lumen's XLM launched on the WireX platform. Now here, buy Stellar XLM with PayPal. So it kind of comes back around to the beginning. And again, we have here on the platform, we have 35 mentions of how to get Stellar on PayPal. So what do we have here at the very beginning, a refresher? We have PayPal acquiring CURV. And what does that mean back to Stellar? It is a Stellar partner. CURV is also a partner of Franklin Templeton, which has 700 billion AUM, assets under management. And what's the exciting part of that is it's tokenizing its fund on the Stellar blockchain. And then we showed you here how Stellar, straight from the Securities and Exchange Commission on September 3rd, 2019, this is literally Franklin Templeton, their full listing on the SEC under the Securities Act of 1933 and the Investment Company Act of 1940, stating that they're tokenizing their assets right on the Stellar blockchain. And that's where we discussed here that Wirex and Stellar have been working closely together. And the reason I'm bringing that up again, because they're stating crypto mass adoption is close, and we would agree. And then the PayPal buying curve, which connects all the way back to Stellar. And here you can already buy Stellar XLM with PayPal. Just a quick thing showing you the connections behind the scenes of how massive Stellar XLM really is. And this is just a snowflake on the tip of the iceberg. But having said that, again, I want to remind you, this is not financial advice. It's just for entertainment purposes only. And before we go, I always want to leave you with a final thought. It's better to walk alone than with a crowd going in the wrong direction. Also, too, I want to say thank you to Surf and Gary Davidson, our VIP on Patreon. Much love to each and every one of you, and we will catch you in the next one.